Hi, welcome to our relatively new channel, The Doctor Teacher, the channel in which we never stop learning. My name is Mustafa Dunmes. I'm a board certified internist, a physician, and also a teacher, and I will try to upload videos weekly about a broad spectrum of topics. Today's topic is a topic that every future doctor or every doctor asks him or herself at some point. It's also a question a lot of doctors get asked, namely, what are your reasons? What are the reasons to become a doctor? So this week, I'd like to talk about the top 5 reasons to become a doctor. Well, before we start, it is important to note that these are my personal reasons, best reasons to become a doctor. Of course, it's based on, well, my experience, almost 15 years of being a doctor. And it's also important to note that these reasons throughout the years can change because you as a person changed, the circumstances changed. So again, it's important to note that these are my top 5 reasons to become a doctor, and I hope it's helpful for you. Well, let's start then. And the fifth reason of my top 5 of this week is actually the elephant in the room. And as you might have heard, if there is an elephant in the room, show the elephant. So that's what I'm going to start with. And the elephant in the room of a reason of becoming a doctor is the compensation, the salary of a doctor. Well, some argue that doctors don't make enough money. I disagree. As a doctor, you can and do make enough money, especially if you look at the average. And that's not just the only aspect. As a doctor, there is job stability. The medical field is not that much influenced by external factors. So doctors will always be needed, and also you even if something isn't to your liking, you can change your path. And with that, I mean, you have a lot of opportunities. Think other specialties, think other fields like science or teaching. So, the compensation, the salary stability, the job stability is absolutely a reason to become the doctor. Not the most important reason, but indeed one of my top 5 reasons to become a doctor. My number 4 reason is it's not a 9 to 5 job. You're not in an office building. Huge ups and respect for anyone who has a 9 to 5 job and is working in an office. But it's not a 9 to 5 job, and that's a positive fact. At one moment, you can be doing an intervention. If you're a surgeon, you might be operating on patients. The other moment, you will be at the ward, going through the rounds, the grand rounds, and visiting your own patients or seeing acutely ill patients on the ward. Of course, every doctor, well, everyone who knows anything about a hospital knows that usually you do need to go also to the emergency room department. So your day is very diverse and broad. It's a cliche, but it's not this. Every day is different and every day is fulfilling in some kind of way. You don't get bored. You absolutely have a lot to do. There really is never a dull moment in the hospital. Number 3 on my list is it's a job in which case you definitely need a lot of brain work. It really requires critical thinking and problem solving. those neurons are just working 24/7 when you're a doctor on different kinds of levels. I love to use the metaphor of it sometimes feels like you're a detective when you're trying to find the cause of the symptoms of a patient, and you use your knowledge, the knowledge that and that's why medical study takes years and years, because you definitely need that basis of knowledge, and you need to combine that with experience, with good and bad experiences, with patients you've treated well, and patients with whom you've had made mistakes. And that's why when medicine is at its best, it's a combination of critical thinking, of science, but also of social skills, of a gut feeling. It's truly, in my opinion, when done well, an art form, and that's definitely one of the reasons you should become a doctor. The second reason on this list, the second reason to become a doctor, are people. As a doctor, you treat everyone, and that means that you truly do see every person from different kinds of um, walks of life, and it's very broad and interesting. So you really need to love people. That's one of the requirements, I think, to become a doctor. And a reason to become a doctor is also that you are in contact with people who come to you for help. So it's a very social job, and it's also one of the main reasons, I think, why it's pretty cool to be a doctor. It's well, with all due respect, you're not sitting behind a computer the entire day. You are talking to people, you are interacting with colleagues, you are working in a multidisciplinary group. It's a very social job, and it's a job in which you are, well, I am honored to be able to hear the stories of my patients, which are very varied and diverse. So, definitely, one of the main reasons to become a doctor is the interaction with people. And finally, my number one reason to become a doctor is, again, pretty simple. It's helping people. I mean, that's the essence. I truly believe that that's one of the main reasons when you are pre-college thinking about what am I going to do with my life, and one of the main motivators when you're young is the sense, the urge to help people, or at least that was in my case, and that still is the main reason why I think you should become a doctor. If you want uh, to a career in which you, of course, get paid, and which you are fulfilled career-wise, but also want to be rewarded and get a fulfilling feeling of really making a difference, of helping someone, small, big, whether it's alleviating someone's physical pain, or something major like being there for the patient and the family in their final moments at this earth. So that's, I know it's cheesy, and it's something you hear a lot, but it really is, I think, still the the nucleus, the main reason you should become a doctor. So those are my top 5 reasons to become a doctor. What is your reason? What are reasons I didn't mention? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Please leave a comment, and I'll try to answer. And the more the merrier. So, what are your reasons? And what aspects would you put at the top of your list? So thank you. My name is Mustafa Dönmez again. Join our channel. We're new. We're trying to publish, upload mini movies every week. So join us, subscribe, leave comments, and see you next week.